What's good, everybody? We over here making history. It's your boy S, aka Six Dude. Sure, already know what it is. We're here today on SR Broadcast, Super Righteous Broadcast. And again, I say we're making history, and I'll tell y'all next what we got going on. But we got my boy Frank from Cali Media. You know, we're here with Spill Records. I want to give a big shout out to Creeper. He is from Salem, Oregon, but I want to
Yes,
get more
sir.
into depth and not just where you're from, what you're about. And we don't get political on here, but I wanted to say, and it's gonna surprise, it's gonna shock you guys. Oh no, we got the young homie doing his thing from the north, my boy. We gotta respect it. It's love, right? A lot of people like, oh my God, I have a heart attack. All right, get over it now. Now we're here. You know what I'm saying? But
Yes, sir.
what's up though, Creeper? I'm gonna
What's
let
going on?
you introduce yourself. That I want my boy Cali Media to say a few words. Shout HCB Chemistry up in here, but let the people know where you're coming from, where you grew up. You know what kind of music you do. What your plans for your music. People you want to work with. Just get into depth. I want people to know who you are as a whole, as a music artist, where you grew up at, all that good stuff. Because not a lot of people. We do got some people from Oregon that follow us on here. But for the people that aren't familiar with not just Oregon but Salem, let people know what's up with you and your background.
Yes, sir. So I grew up in Washington, to be honest, but I'm out here in Salem, Oregon, just
Okay.
trying to make a name and get my music out there. Promote myself, maybe chase some money, get some. Trying to get out this, not the lifestyle, but kind of get out the wicked ways. I'm not really trying to stay in the battlefield forever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
Hell yeah.
just out here. One dude I would want to collaborate with, I'm not gonna lie, would probably be like Track Money. He go hella hard, bro. No lie. Shout out to Track because he be doing his thing. I'm not gonna lie. He be
Where's he
making
out
it
of?
popping out there. Washington, Yakima.
Okay, okay. Hey, actually, do you know who she is? Sydney from the West. Sydney from the West. She likes some female rappers. I think she's from out there. I could have got the wrong person. But there's some person from Washington, Sydney from the West. She's a female. You reminded me
Yeah,
of that when you said that.
yeah.
But shout out to bro
No,
though. Shout out to Watch. So how long did you grow up in Washington before you moved to Oregon?
probably about until I was, I don't know, probably about till I was 9 or 10, and then I came out here to Salem, Oregon, because my mom wanted to get me away from all that stuff, and I kind of drifted here because my dad was in the mix, and it just kind of brought me into it with how he was living his life and treating me and stuff like that. So it just kind of got in the mix in the way.
So you said
I'm
you're
not gonna lie.
15, right?
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah, bro. Gotta respect. So before I get more in your music and ask about your music, one of my the homie Frank from Cali Media right here say what's up and say his, due diligence and ask a question or two if he would like.
Nah, my bad. My kids are a little loud, but I just want to say real quick though. I just think, dog, it's on my channel I have a lot of Northerners too that follow me and they show me love in the comments. And one thing I say, homie, is here on the internet, it's just about respect, dog. At the end of the day, you're representing yourself, homie. So if you want to crash out and the world's gonna whatever you do on this internet stays, dog. I don't give a fuck. You could erase it, but somebody already clipped it. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes,
so
sir.
what I'm saying is, if you want to sit here and crash out on the young homie or act dumb or whatever and disrespect the other side, like to me, when I see all those fools doing that shit, I think that shit goofy, homie. Because at the end of the day, when the homies on the say you get busted, the homies they don't like that shit. And I don't give a fuck if you see a
Nah.
northerner, you see a southerner, you see a black gorilla family, you see an Aryan brotherhood. You don't do that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So what I'm just trying to do is spread love to everybody, bro. And recently,
Awful
I
Casper.
converted over sharing content from the Northerners too on my main page, on my media page, and I was surprised, dog, that none of the homies said nothing. So and I respect that because I was like, if they say something, I'm be like, look, homie, this is you don't go out the newscast. You know what I'm saying? So you don't you. That's what I'm saying. Like, but for everybody, just keep the comments respectfully. If not, remember he is a younger homie and you were young at 1.2, so
Hell
support
yeah.
and don't hate. That's all I gotta say. You know what I mean?
Respect goes a long way. It's a long road. It is
Yeah,
two ways. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, man. You're younger homie, so I just think like us older homies have to show the younger homies, even no matter what side you're from, just a little bit better side of us, versus just being a disrespectful crash out. Like, ain't nobody want to deal with a bum. You feel me? And at the end of the day, that's what it's coming down to, y'all. It's a few homies that are really taking care of what they need to, But
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
man, I'm gonna let you guys talk. Put my shit on mute because my son's a little wild, bro.
No, you solid, and I respect the homie Frank Kelly Media. Make sure y'all go share him. He's actually been doing this way before me as far as the media goes. You know, he's signed to us, Spill Records, a record label, but I don't want to say too much or advertise this right now. I want to keep this time for Creeper. But the reason why we speak on all this right now, you know, and I want to say this right now, you know, just to clear the air. Shout the North, shout the South, shout out everybody East, West, Midwest. It's love, bro. That's kind of what we're getting. We want to change the narrative on what it is. Because here's why. Here's something important before we continue. It's kind of like this online, whatever you do, business is another thing. Because last time I checked, half the stuff I was just telling people before we got started, half the stuff the US buys is from China. Don't make us Chinese. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to get at is like, it's a time and a place, bro. Like, just because you're doing business or showing love to somebody, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh,
I'm already knowing.
a blood shows love to a crip. Now he's a crip. Like, nah, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can still be you. You can still do your thugging, thug dizzle. That's what's up. But we do got change in there, especially with, you know, you being 15, me being my age, Frank being his age. Isn't it sad that we see fools from my age, 50 plus, acting like they're still 12? You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
we people talk a lot of shit our age. Oh, you know, not that we're super fucking old or anything, not that it matters, but my whole point is that a lot of people will see it different. You know, they want to hate. They want to automatically spew hate when it's like, my boy, that was you at one point. You know, you were trying to make it out too. You were trying to do your thing. And that's why a lot of the younger generation don't respect the older generation now because you got the fools acting worse than the younger generation. Because here's my
Yeah, for
favorite
sure.
saying: don't criticize somebody if you're not going to show them the way. You know what I'm saying? If you're not gonna show the fool the recipe, how you gonna criticize him how he's cooking? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, that's how we want. Let's talk about your music, bro. So, you got any EPs? What's some of your top three tracks? Are you gonna make any albums? You got any music videos out? Let's talk music.
I do got an album soon to come out. I'm not gonna lie, I do. I got a 4 song album that I'm gonna come out making it with the homies. And I'll probably say my most popular song is Disrespectful Letter. I made that about probably like 2 years ago now. It's got like almost 30,000 on it, 30,000 on Spotify and stuff on it right now.
Oh yeah,
I kind
bro.
of slacked making music because I did get booked and I wasn't really able to do anything. And I lost a lot of capabilities of making music or reaching out. But yes,
Oh yeah.
sir.
Nah, yeah. Well, shit, that's dope, bro. So you said it's already released, or that's in the making? Because I don't know if I heard that right.
The 4 song album is in the making right now. Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. But you already have that track that's out
Yeah.
that you were
Yeah.
talking about. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
disrespectful litter. Yeah,
Okay, so where can we find all your music? Are you on all platforms?
all platforms. All
Okay, okay.
platforms.
So
Yes.
what's your opinion on your distribution? Who do you go through for distribution if you don't mind talking about that?
I'm not gonna lie. I really only go through a DistroKid. To be honest with you, I don't
What's
really
up?
talk to
What's
nobody
up?
else about it. I do got a label, KTS Records.
Hell yeah, shout them out. I'm gonna say I think we got one of your peoples up in here too. Shout them out. I'm
Yeah, a
a
couple of my boy Troubles. That's the
yeah.
homeboy from the. That's the homeboy from the section. Shout out Troubles, bro, coming out of Yuba City.
That's right, bro. Much love to everybody. Then we got a couple of people in here anyway. So it's love to them too, bro. I'm gonna put as many comments as I see on the screen. Much love to all y'all tapping in. And most importantly, I want to say, especially the people from our side, all the real ones, go show love. Go tap in with old boy. Go follow him. Don't be a hater. You know what I'm saying? We got on right now, right? You know, because we ain't gonna make it about politics. But that's what the world has come to, and it's understandable. But we just want to show people it's like, bro, you play your cards right. I There's something my older brother taught me. If you really want to do business, like even something as simple as blocking people, I asked him, how come you don't block people? And this has to go for everything. He's like, because I want them to see me win. You
Yes,
feel
sir.
me? So
That's
that's the
motive.
smart way. You know what I'm saying? That's the smart way is that they gonna have to watch you win, brother. They gonna have to see you get up on platforms that most people that can't conduct themselves properly can't get on, versus they still gotta see your face. You know what I'm saying? So that's some advice I want to give to people out here is that when you look at it like that and not like, because I was, before I started broadcasting, bro, I used to be that fool that was like, man, fuck that, fuck this, bro, I don't want to, but then I realized, like, wait, wait, how are these other people doing? I ain't trying to be like nobody, but then I figured it out. When you put
Yes,
your
sir.
feelings aside and you put your business first, your business gonna go up because money don't care about feelings. You know what I'm saying? Success don't care
Yeah.
about feelings; they care about results.
Hell yeah. That's true.
Nah, yeah. But anyhow, so we gonna get straight to it, bro. So what's some of your plans, bro? Like you're talking about some features, and I asked this to a few artists before, but let's talk about some features that you would do if you had an unlimited budget right now to do a project with, let's say, and we'll make it about this. What are some northerner rappers? You know, you could do a all album with them, and whether they passed away or they're alive right now. Who's some people you would make an album with?
I would for sure say Woody. I ain't gonna bap. I'm gonna put that at top one, trying to make a feature with him. I'll say Young Iggs, Aceto, Track, obviously, bro. And I'm not gonna lie. Probably T Lug, bro. T Lug's pretty hard. I'll be bumping him hella. I ain't gonna bap. Also, One Take Dolo, he's pretty hard too. I ain't gonna lie. He
Okay.
follows me actually. I was talking to him about a feature. I'm
Okay.
trying to get that
So
up and running.
I was gonna say, and I ain't gonna lie, believe it or not, I knew like majority of those names. You know, shout out to all of them, bro. Um,
Shout out all of them.
You know, and I do want to say this. So all the way from Washington to Oregon, you know, give us. I know I asked this before, but I'm asking a little more different way. But give us your experience, not just what it's like around there, but what was your experience like growing up in Washington and then having to move to Oregon, and like how's the environment out there? Because see, I haven't really been to those places. I've been to like the in betweens. I've been to like out here in the Midwest where I'm currently at. The West Coast, but I haven't really been in those areas. So somebody like myself that doesn't know, how would you describe it?
So as a youngin' growing up, it was low key pretty calm. It wasn't nothing like that because I'm young, but at the same time, I still would see the politics, the posts, and stuff like that. And growing up, especially growing up, I didn't really have my pops like that, so I ain't had that man structure to really teach me how to be a man myself. And I've always been with my mom, like struggling for bills, etc., putting food on the plate. So I've always had that motive to really just make my own money and be able to really help my fam out instead of me just not paying my dues or anything. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
growing up in Washington, I started kind of getting involved, and then she got me to Salem, Oregon, just to kind of get me away from it. And then
Yeah.
I got a little bit older, grew up, and I was like, I'm not gonna lie, like I gotta make money somehow. I
Yeah.
mean, either way, I gotta do something for my family, put on, give like just a good memory, because I don't really got a lot of good memories of my family. Like my grandma passed a couple years ago,
Sorry about
and
that, my boy.
I was on bad terms with her when she passed, and that shit, I ain't gonna lie, she kept with me. So I was like, fuck, man, I gotta do something, get my life together.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and let Frank speak a little bit on it too right now. But last thing I'm gonna say before I let him take over a little bit is dealing with that family situation. You don't have to say too much you don't want to. I totally respect it. But you spoke about your father not being there. So how did your family situation look like growing up more exactly then? Without saying anything that you're not comfortable with, um, kind of how was that basically? Like was it your peeps having issues? Were you home to home? Like what kind of environment did you have?
I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't too bad. My mom just came up in here, but what's it called? It really wasn't too bad. I just kind of struggled like mentally with not like growing up with my pops like that. It's always been my
Yeah.
mom. I've always tried to help out my mom, be there for my mom when I could. I have put her through a lot of stress. I'm not gonna lie, I do admit that, bro. But at the end of the day, bro, I'm just trying to win. That's all it is. I just need my money and get myself situated. I did choose the wrong path, but at the same time, I'm just gonna make it all back up. Like eventually, it'll all come back, and I'm not really trying to, battle forever. There ain't battle wounds, but I'm definitely trying to, get my money up and get supported and be able to support. You know what I mean? And
Oh, yeah,
growing up with
that's
my pops was kind of hard to be a man myself. It's like I always been with my mom. I just had my brother, and that's really it to be like to really mentor me around and show me what to do and what not to do.
so. How many siblings are you guys?
I only got one. I got a
One.
brother, bro. Yeah.
Okay, I'm one of eight. I'm one of eight. There's seven of us boys, and there's my one sister. I got some more siblings from my pops. That's kind of like from my mom. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna lie. Your boy grew up a little foster care myself. I ain't mom and dad same thing. So I feel you, bro. But I think that's real, and I think Frank could actually say something on that because Me and him actually speak a lot about this, and that's why we're the fathers we are today. I'm gonna keep it real, bro. Due to the fact me not having my dad like that is why I am the dad I am, and why I when I hit you up, why I gave you that love and respect and energy, bro, because I know what it was like. It felt as far as trying to make it out and being your age. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
One second. I think my boy's probably yeah, I think he handling something real quick. But yeah, once my boy is able right now, you know, I think he getting himself situated. But yeah, that's kind of basically why I think that's my bad. Dope that you brought that up. Because truth is a lot of people don't talk about that. You know, we get online outside of music, like you know what I'm trying to say, right? Like
Yeah,
when
I'm
we
getting
get
it.
home and we're outside of that music, people don't see the background. That's what I'm trying to say. People don't get to see the struggles. They only see our music. They only see us when doing our thugging. Kanye West said it best in one of his songs. He's like, Everybody tells me to be Christ-like." You know what I'm saying? But in lesser words, nobody sees when he's godlike. Meaning, like, people only see you when you're being destructive. People only notice you when you're going crazy or you're spazzing out, but nobody really feels or understands the struggles. Whether it's you going through, you have your parents not being there, whether it's you struggling in your situation, whether it's financially, whether it's a lot of people
Sir.
that are go through it in the hood. So, what would you say that other than not having the most ideal situation that motivates you to be a better person for your family? Because I know in the interview you spoke a lot about that, how like you're like you don't want to leave the memory of just having struggle all the time or going through what you went through. You want to be that different. So like what are some plans you have for your music, for your family, as soon as you are able to financially be where you want to be?
Hopefully I can just make it with this music, make some money I can help support. I've always not really, like as I just said, like I haven't really always had my pop. So, eventually when I do get situated, because I'm not just trying to have a kid as a teen, I'm trying to be able to be supportive and be there for my child like my dad wasn't for me. Like you were saying, I grew up out of a broken home, so I ain't really had that love just given to me like that. I always got yelled at and, just basically talked down of whatever I was doing before even all this. I would always just be talked down, and it was kind of just a situation I put myself in. I wasn't doing very good in, school when I was younger either. I wasn't doing very good with education at all. And one thing I would say is just hopefully I can get situated and be able to really live my life and be able to provide for my family and my new family too if I ever, have a new family.
Hell yeah. And I do want to say this, bro. With the mindset you already have, you're hearing this from me. You're gonna be a great father. You know, you're gonna be an amazing person. You're gonna be a great provider. You know, amazing son for your mother. Help her out like you've been, bro. I see it in you, bro. Like not too many people in this world want to see the next man win, especially when they feel. I'll give you an example. I have a lot of pages that hit me up. They see the SR broadcast growing to where it's at. And a lot of them are like, oh, show me love. And I'm quick to, you want to know why? Because I remember, and that's why I keep bringing Frank right here. Yes, he's a part of the label. We're part of the label. But on the media aspect, he's had that game unlock in his own lane, right? He was like, hey, I know we got the label, but what would you think about branching off and having an avenue to help artists? And that's why he helped me and we helped create an SR broadcast to help artists. And that's why I didn't box it in. That's why I wasn't those full pages that were only worried about north, south, freaking east, west. Like I was more like, no, bro, we're something. And what is something I can help the community have? Because it's like, and I'm not hating on the next man or food community and all them, but it's like they want to break the Rasa's pockets and claim to love the Rasa and this and that or whatever and talk all this righteous talk online. It's like nobody's really proving it, bro. And yeah, nobody owes you nothing in this world and everything's earned, not given. But it's like, when are we really gonna bring back uplifting the community? Because we already got everybody against us. And I'm not just talking about like being Mexican or a race right now. I just mean in general. Look at the world around us. You know, nobody really gives a unless you got money. So I'm hoping that with this, it can help give people the platform. You know, Frank said, wait, Frank gave me the platform to give it back to y'all kind of thing. You see how that works, how somebody seen the vision of what we were doing. He's like, hey, you want to help other people and other artists. So I know you're able to do it, bro. And this is us proving that because that's why I reached out and got past that because I'll tell you right now, and that's why I repeat it. I've seen hundreds of platforms. They get there, they get blown up. And you know, it's the one thing that stops them. They always want to be super tough. They always want to be super gangsters on IG, not remembering three major things. One, the feds are always watching, and the CIA is rubbing their hands when they see us. recording ourselves committing crimes. They're just, rubbing their hands like, all right. And two, this shit's a paper trail. Frank was saying it earlier. Everything you say can come back to you, then they use that shit against you in court. Or three, we always talk about, oh, I'm gonna get this food. I don't understand that, right? And then people are like, oh, somebody snitched on me, and then the police bringing you up in the interrogation room with 20 videos of you saying what you did. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? Or that you were gonna get, bro. So that's why I try to tell these folks is like you're gonna fuck it up not just for your financial opportunities, but let's say you do, right? You get to that final point, like you're living life, you're rich. Now guess what? Indictment. Now guess
yeah,
what? They come into your door with you, your peoples, everything you work for. So that's all the advice I want to give to change the show people is if they stop trying to be so tough and they woke up a little bit, like I tell like my little homies, y'all fools could go on the street. I'm not saying that's what I want, or that's what I'm telling people to do violence. They could kill 100 motherfuckers, do 1,000,000 years in jail. Cool. But guess what? Them jails still gonna be there. Don't matter how many people you kill, if you ain't got money, you still broke. It don't matter how much fucked up crimes or shit you do. Like even people online, if you notice, especially online, when you tell people something, they'll be like, "Oh well, you don't got no followers." When you go to the bank, you think they go, "Hey, homie, what's your street credit? You want to buy this house? Okay, homeboy. Well, guess what? How many followers you got? Let's be real.
real.
Come on,
I ain't
bro.
gonna
Let's
lie.
let's let's be fucking real. So I'm glad that you're able to take that step, bro, and you don't let that shit stop you and get on this platform. Because here's how I know you're gonna make it. You knowing what you knew and how we met, and you still being smart enough to be a businessman and get on this platform shows how far you're gonna go. Shows how you're able to step up in rooms and know when and where and what to say. And then while there's other dudes gonna hate on you and talk shit in the comments or whatever, guess what? While you balling out with millions, that shit ain't gonna be so funny no more.
God, bro, that's low key how it is. It's just a lot of envy and a lot of animosity, especially from both sides. Like even northern, southern, like it's just a bunch of envy and animosity. Like with southern, there's a lot of like homeboys getting on homeboys, and northern, there's a lot of homeboys getting on homeboys. It's just a lot of animosity going through the air, especially when it involves money. Money changes people, bro, and it'll change a lot of things in your life too. Especially once you start getting it like that. You'll start getting friends that you try to be friends with. They want to be your friend. You get money, they want to be your friend now. You get something they want, they're gonna want it too, and they're gonna try to get it off of you, and that's just kind of the motive I've been going by.
Yeah. And before we head out, I know Frank, you want to say something for I close it out and let homeboy creeper right here do his thing. Tell the people's one last what's up, shout outs, goodbyes, and whatnot.
Nah, I would say one thing, dog, in this game is trust yourself and
I
trust
think I
yourself,
think your
dog.
mic's either muted or you're covering it. My bad.
Hold on. Can you hear me?
I can hear him.
Yeah. Oh, you can hear him?
Nah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say, dog,
Okay, you Gucci then. Go ahead.
in this game, you just gotta trust yourself, dog, at all times. Hey, dog, like, don't listen to the comments. Try not to really pay. Like, they're gonna engage. Someone's always
Did he
gonna say
freeze? No,
something,
never mind.
fool. You know, whether you're rich
yeah,
or you're poor. When you're rich, they're gonna say, "Oh, he doesn't have a Lamborghini." You're poor. Oh, he doesn't have a place to live. So no matter what, fool, just keep on putting the gas on your foot and trust me, dog. And trust yourself in the game, dog. And that's the number one thing, dog. Fools don't. They trust other fools. Trust yourself, dog, first. And if put it out there, even if you don't think it looks good, sounds good, put it out there. Put it out there. Put it out there. Because the more you put it out there, the more you get heard. Then fools start to come. You know what I mean? So just fucking throw
yeah,
everything out there. Just nonstop. It'll help out. And
yes,
anything you
sir.
need, dog, this fool. I don't know your Instagram, but I'll get it from you.
It's official creeper. I got all like most of my stuff is official creeper.
All right. Yeah, bro.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
we're definitely here to help you out from fucking,
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
get what
Well,
you
I
want
do
from this
want to
today.
say this real quick before we head out. I do want to give a big shout out to Frank from Cali Media. If y'all get the chance, go check out official underscore Cali underscore media. He has like 20K plus followers. You can't miss it. That's why I said that, not to brag, so y'all don't miss it and you know who he is. Bro's booming on YouTube. Subscribe to him as well. He does live interviews as well. So tap in. Don't matter where you're from, as long as you're respectful, bro, he'll hook you up. That's the crazy part about respect. They'll put you in rooms you won't even know just by being mutual respect. You know what I mean? You gotta be best friends with everybody. But point is, tap in with that. Go tap in with Official Creeper on all platforms, not just music, but on social media. Go show love to SR Broadcast. Subscribe right now if you're new, and if you're looking for a live interview, like I said, you're respectful. I don't care where you're from, what you bang, what you got going on, man. Like we always say on here in County Media, as long as you ain't a chomo, a weirdo, a pedo, or a snitch, we don't care. We don't care. You know what I'm saying? You solid. Let's run it. Let's do some business. So before we take off, tell the people where, I know you already said where to find you, but give your last shout outs to your peoples. There's a message you want to say for before you take off. If there's a project you want to announce, anything, bro, it's your time to shine. Shout out brands, your homies, anything, whatever. It's love.
Yes, sir. I want to shout out y'all for giving me the opportunity to get the interview. I also want to shout out my homie Casper for, always helping me out when I'm down. I want to shout out the homie Troubles Thuggin. That fool's always been there for me, bro. I also want to shout out my label KTS Records. You can find them on Instagram, all platforms, really just anything, bro. And I just want to give a big shout out to the homies and y'all for letting me on in this interview. And one message I would say, bro, is always stay true to yourself. And if you don't think someone's really rocking with you, bro, go with your gut feeling, bro. It's always better for yourself to be there for you than someone else have to crutch you. You know what I mean? Because at the end, we're all humans, bro. We all have problems, and it's just life. You get over them, bro. It's little bumps in the road. You just got to go right over them. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir,
At the end of the
bro.
day.
Sir. Hey, it's love, respect. Big shout out to you again, Creeper. Shout out to Frank. You know what I'm saying? I'll go ahead and let Frank close it out. But it's here at SR Broadcast, Super Righteous Broadcast, where we cover music, media, and more. Shout Cali Media. Shout to you, your people's Creeper. Shout Salem, Oregon. Shout Washington. Shout back to the West Coast, East Coast, Midwest. It's all love in here. Y'all know what's up.
Yes, sir.
But all right, my boy, Frank, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, if you want, you go ahead, you close it out. My mic's kind of tripping, but I know they can hear you, and that's all that matters, bro. If you want to say your goodbyes and close it out for us and do the honor, I appreciate you for coming on here and showing love to Creeper, you know what I'm saying? And I did it so that, you connected with Cali Media, my boy, and he does what I do plus. So, you know what I
Yes,
mean?
sir. Yes,
Nah,
sir.
I just want to say everybody just fucking stay out of trouble, stay off the drugs, try to stay out the way and chase what you love. You know, chase the bag and chase whatever. Listen, we only live once, and we're not getting back tomorrow. And whatever we do from here on out, we got to make it count. You know what I'm saying? So I would say chase your dreams and not the bullshit. You know what I mean? For a lot of
Yes,
years,
sir.
I chased a lot of bullshit, dog. I've done a lot of shit, a lot of fuck. I mean, a lot of things I regret. But having my
Yes,
sons
sir.
now,
Yes, sir.
I'm like, damn, fool. I'm like, damn, homie. And when I see younger homie, I always try to tell him, like, get a job, fool. Get your credit up. Try to get a house, fool. Try to get a nice truck, dog, because it's either that or be sitting in a cell next to some other fool. And that ain't the business, dog. Believe me. You know what I mean? So I'll just say, stay safe, stay sober, and chase what you love to do, man. Everything's possible no matter what. Motherfuckers always going to say you
Yes,
can't,
sir. Yes,
you
sir.
won't,
Well,
it
I'll
ain't
go
going to happen.
ahead.
But let that shit
My
be
bad. Is
motivation.
my
You
boy
know what
still
I mean?
talking?
That's
Yeah.
motivation. You know what I mean?
My
When
bad,
fools say
Frank.
you
My
can't,
mic's tripping. I'm sorry.
when fools say you can't do it, dog, believe me, you can, homie. That's just motivation, dog. And when someone don't believe in you, just fucking distance yourself immediately. You feel me? That's just that. That's somebody hating undercover. You feel me? But yeah, man. You guys have a good night. Fuck, I let
You too, bro.
Sixes
Likewise.
or Creeper say something before. I don't know. Just
Hell yeah, bro. Thank you for that. And I'm sorry for if I've interrupted y'all. My
I just
mic
good.
be tripping sometimes. It really does. Either it'll
Nah, my
come in
phone be
and out.
tripping too,
But
though. I
I
think
did
it's
want to send
string
my
out.
love and respect to y'all. And I want to thank y'all for coming on here. I really do.
So,
Yes, sir. Appreciate you for having me, bro.
Thank y'all. Well, I'll get with you, Frank, after, and I'll get with you. Creepy already knows. Send in the promo. So love, tell your peoples. SR Broadcast, Cali Media, Spill Record, Shout Pod Productions, Madison Boys, everybody, all of our sponsors. Y'all know who you are. Shout all the faculty and go run it up for the homeboy Creeper right here. He doing his thing, putting it down for Washington, all the way to Salem. Go show some love. And until next time, SR Broadcast, we out.